Can I just tell you, I doubled up. I put 2 lemon ginger tea bags instead of 1 in my water. I don't think that was a good idea. Oh man, ginger is funky. Sorry. They stumbled and fell, and there was no one to help them. They were in trouble. So, and finally, they called to the Lord for help, and He saved them from their troubles. Jesus came to set the prisoners free. He came for the very scenario that He allowed you, even put you into, so that you would be able to cry out to Him and be set free. That's good news, folks. That's the gospel. That's when we talk about good news, that's what gospel means. This is the heart of the gospel. You and I were prisoners, and we cried out to the Lord, and He set us free. That's the good news of the gospel. That is what Jesus stood up and proclaimed when He said, hope for the prisoner, to set the prisoners free. That's what He means. I don't want to belabor the point. Tenacity and stubbornness are close cousins, oftentimes indistinguishable. There's a time for chutzpah. There's a time for surrender. Are you stumbling and falling? Are you fighting God? Only you know. Because if you're fighting God, you've got restricted movement because of the bondage that's on you. Not freedom from walking a tough path, because there are times for that as well. But that's how you know. This one I love. Hope for the blind. Hope for the blind. 2 Corinthians 4, verses 3 and 4. The good news, see capital G, capital N, good news of the gospel, that we tell people may be hidden, but it is hidden only to those who are lost. The ruler of this world, that's the enemy, has blinded the minds of those who don't believe. They cannot see the light of the good news, the message about the divine greatness of Christ. Christ is the one who is exactly like God. In other words, like it says in Philippians 2, God Himself, the very form of God Himself. Now, I don't know about you, but I would wonder, is there anybody in this room that can relate to what it feels like to be absolutely blind? I sat with a brother yesterday morning, had breakfast. It was an amazing conversation. Somebody who I know can relate. Had just heard an amazing story of what it was like to be blind and to have their eyes open and realize, oh my gosh, God is getting my attention here. Jesus is speaking to me. Think about that. Think about what it's like to be in a dark room. You get home from a road trip, or you've been in the car all day, or you get to a hotel room or whatever it is, and it's dark, and there's that feeling of fumbling around, and I don't know where anything is, and you flip the light, and all of a sudden, relief. Unless you got a beagle that's pooped all over your house. Your dog, yeah. Is there any sense of relief greater than being surrounded by darkness and flipping a switch and light illuminating everything and realizing everything is where it should be? And it always was. It was just hidden from your eyes. Nothing moved, but your sense of relief, your entire perspective changed because a light popped on and showed you what you may or may not have already known, but was there all along. But for the light switch getting flipped, but for that external light, but for the light of the gospel shining into your life to let you realize you are God's, you belong to Him, and you may feel lost, but He knows